Okay, folks, I wanted to do another one for you because I got asked this several times recently, and I really haven't responded to it. And it wasn't that ignoring you, I promise. It's just that I've had so much going on. Guys are always asking me, do I load 2 3/4 inch shells? Yeah, I do. This is a federal, once fired. I've already resized, reprimed them. This is just a Remington gun club. They're dove rounds, you know, well, we all go out boom, boom, boom during dove season with. Sometimes when I don't have these though, or if guys request them, a lot of guys like that high brass, even though I've showed everybody, you get the same performance out of low brass as you do the high brass. A lot of times I don't have 2 3/4 inch shells. I have 3 inch. So what I do is I just turn this into a 2 3/4 inch hull. And I do that with this right here. The new tool by reloadingsolutions.com, a guy named Rudy. I bought this from him. They're a little pricey, but they're also used for trimming up when 3 inch holes stretch. I shave the top of them off so they'll crimp better. But you can also use them to cut down your holes and make them whatever size you want. Now he's got little shims in here. I got a bunch of little small spacers you can put in here. This screws apart and you add shims onto that thread and then tighten back down, make the hole whatever size you want. I've already resized and reprimed these. Now being these are 2 3/4, the only thing I got to do is load them and crimp them home, you know. These ones have got to be cut down and everything before I can use them. So what you do is you just push it down on there and you start turning. Looks like it needs just a hair more. Now I got a 2 3/4 inch hole. Was a 3 inch, now it's 2 3/4. This little tool, you just stick it down in there once again. These loads have already been, I've done them, this will be the 3rd time loading them and firing them. That one actually shaved down a hair bit too much, but it happens from time to time. I pushed on it too hard trying to get that little extra off of it when I didn't need to. That one will be right. See? If you don't go jamming down on them real hard, cut them the way you're supposed to. Sometimes I get a little overzealous. They're 2 3/4 inch holes now. Now you can load them. Now 2 3/4, you already can imagine, it doesn't hold as much volume as the 3 inch. It doesn't hold as many pellets, doesn't hold anything. So what I do in that case scenario, I still like to use my TPS White Lightning wads. So I just take one of them, take one of the petals, and I cut off right at a 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch. Once you cut one, then you just snip them off. There's the wad. There's the 2 3/4 inch Remington that we just cut down. You're still using the same powder charge. You can use 28 to 28.5 on 2 3/4 inch rounds. And what we'll do here is we'll make a 16 pellet #1 buckshot. Then we'll make a 10 pellet double aught. But it's still the same powder charge. You can't even go lighter. I have loaded these at 27 and they shoot great and they're still traveling right at 1,200 feet a second. All right, well there it is. 2 3/4 charge, primed, recharged, TPS White Lightning. We cut down a little bit, but you can already buy these at 2 3/4 when they're in stock. Right now we're kind of making them up as we go here. 16 pellets of 29 caliber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. 16 pellets of 29 caliber comes right to the top of that wad right there. Covered up with buffer. Now my mech is set up to load 3-inch shells. So I don't like taking it apart just to load something else. So we'll do it right here on the lead load all. This thing's a great little machine. Don't let anybody tell you that it's a cheap piece of junk, because it simply isn't. 6-point crimp. Finish crimp. There it is, folks. 2 3/4 inch #1 buckshot. All right, here's a 2 3/4 that was already a 2 3/4. We didn't have to do anything to it. Put a powder charge in it. We'll take the TPS White Lightning wad again. We'll cut off just barely over 1/8 of an inch, almost a quarter. You could safely cut off a quarter without hurting anything. That's all it is to it. All right, we done cut that off. Drop it right down in your 2 3/4 inch hole. Put it down, tamp it down, tight on top of your powder charge. If it ain't tight on top of your powder charge, you're gonna get just simply a bad ignition. A little bitty piece of 20 gauge fiber wad in the bottom, because the TPS has that cushion, you know, has that dimple on the bottom. Once again, it'll be 16 pellets. #1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 pellets, 29 cal, just enough buffer powder to cover up the pellets there. Last one I didn't use an overshot card on, and you don't have to, but a lot of times I like to because it makes for a prettier crimp. 6-point crimp. 2 3/4 inch. #1 buckshot. We'll do one more. Let's do 10 pellets of, let's do it this way. 28.5 long shot. Now, if you don't want to go through all the problems of cutting anything with a TPS wad, CB 1138 12 gauge. Drop it straight down in there. Tamp it down on top of the powder. You don't have to do anything else, folks, but load it. It's ready to go. All right. Let's put 10 pellets of double aught in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You know what? That's the wrong ones anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 pellets. 33 cal double aught. Put some buffer powder on it. Another overshot card. Pre-crimp it. Final crimp it. There it is up close, folks. 2 3/4 inch, 10 pellet double aught. Ready to go hunting. Dove haul. This was used during dove season last year. I already know what this is. Already been resized, reprimed. Exact same powder charge, folks. 28.5 long shot. A CB 1138 12 gauge wad. The beauty of the CB 1138 is you don't have to put no fiber wad or anything like that set down in there. Now, see, as you see, this got an 8-point crimp on it. This don't have a 6-point. So instead of using the rear station on the Lee, you're going to use the front one. But let's get 10 pellets of double aught. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 pellets, folks, inside of a dove hole, and it will shoot absolutely awesome. You don't have to have all that high brass hulls. Overshot card. Set down there on top of it. Front crimp station, being it's an 8-point crimp. Pre-crimp it. Final crimp it. Hole's a little dirty, but as you can see, that is a 10 pellet, 2 3/4 inch double aught buckshot. Exact same size, just difference in brass. And that means, like I told you 100 times, it don't mean anything. So, hope that helps y'all. We'll see you on the next thing we come up with.